Assalamu alaikum all dear students. Students, today we are doing with the fourth salt, and let me tell you, today again the salt is white in color, but today's salt is more crystalline. This is the important thing which you have to understand, that today's salt is more crystalline. Okay, first of all, color, as we say it is white, we are going with the same process. Smell, today we are need to smell it because it is very important over here to smell it. So as I told you, how we do it, by just making it little bit wet. Okay dear students, let me tell you, the smell is a vinegar like. Okay, we are using the vinegar at home, so we are knowing the smell of the vinegar. When we are getting the vinegar like smell, there is a chances of acetate group may be present over there, acetate ion. But you cannot simply rely on this one. What we need to do, we have to check slowly and gradually all the things. Density, you can just simply say it is deliquescent. Deliquescent, as I told you, that if it is absorbing liquid, okay, then it is called deliquescent, and in that you are having your NO3Cl and acetate ion may be present. So this is your preliminary observation. Then dear student, we just go for doing the dry heating test. When we do the dry heating test, dear student, what generally we do, we are heating it in the dry test tube. So what you have to do, you have to heat it in the dry test tube. Okay, so on dry test tube, colored gas, you are getting no particular coloration, but you are getting the vinegar like smell. When you get the vinegar like smell, you can say that CH3COO minus may be present. This is what you have to understand. Then sublimation form, no sublimation and no particular colorations over there. So that radicals absent. Now dear student, one thing again I am just repeating, be with your lab manuals and tick mark the things which I am indicating over here, because when you're going to write down your journals, you require this information. Fine. Crackling sound, no crackling sound will be obtained. Residue color, you can say your residue color over here, that is no particular coloration, or else you can tick mark the second one, yellow when hot and white when cold. Okay, this is what you have to tick mark. So that is going for your zinc. I hope you know that what we need to understand. I know the radical, so I am giving you this hint that this is what you can write down initially. Flame test today not needed, because it is not going to give you any particular colored flame. Now how do we start our negative analysis? Means what? How do we start with our anion analysis? For anion analysis, dear student, we take the salt. We take the given salt, and what do? We use first of all dilute sulfuric acid. So what we are going to do, we are going to use dilute sulfuric acid, and we are having certain observations over here, and if we are getting those observations, it means our that particular radical may be present. So first observation is with your dear students, I asked very initially that you have to write down your name. You are writing the name of your phone, that is not required. So please take care. Write down your name, otherwise it is difficult to take the attendance. So please change it whosoever is writing something else. Now dear student, again no precipitate and no bubbles, but you have to check the smell. Okay, it gives a very typical vinegar-like smell. What does this indicate? It indicates the acetate ion. So now what we need to do before we move further, you have just who is speaking in between? Before we move further, dear students, what we need to do, we have to just check the acetate ion. If we are getting the readings of the acetate ion, it means our acetate is confirmed. Fine. We are going to keep it on one side. Dear student, on your page number 83, if you are having your lab manuals, please see to it on page number 83. you are having one table which is showing you the test of your acetate ion. So in that, first, to pinch of the salt, you have to add your dilute sulfuric acid, vinegar like smell, acetate may be present. Take half gram of the salt and add 1 ml of concentrated sulfuric acid. So what we have to do, we have to take the salt. Dear students, what you have to do, you have to add 1 drop of your concentrated sulfuric acid. So what we are going to do, we are going to use the concentrated sulfuric acid. Concentrated sulfuric acid we have used, and next to it we have to use the ethyl alcohol. It means we have to use the ethanol. So dear student, we have to add the ethanol in this, and what we have to do, we have to heat it. So dear student, on heating, when you are going to heat it, if on heating you are getting the sweet smell, okay, what is the reaction over here? Dear student, whatever the acetate, acetic acid plus alcohol, acetic acid plus alcohol, what does it forms? It forms the ester, and esters are the sweet smelling substances. Why do we use H2SO4 over here? We use H2SO4 in order to use it as a dehydrating agent. What does dehydrating agent does? It removes the water molecule. So dear student, when you are going to heat it over there, and when you are going to smell it, it is going to give you the fruity smell. So that is your second indication. A pleasant fruity smelling compound is formed. So when you are getting this, it means your acetate, that is a confirmatory of your acetate ion. Okay, so this is the first confirmatory. Second confirmatory is, to the salt or the mixture in the water, add 1 ml of neutral FeCl3. So what, dear students, we have to do? We have to take the, please note all the things, it is very important. This is our salt we have taken. Then what we have to do? We have to add the water. This test is very important. स्मेल अगर इंडिकेट नहीं कर पाते हो तो ये टेस्ट आपके लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है एसीटेट आयन के डिटेक्शन के लिए. वाटर ऐड करो, dissolve your salt over here, and then what you need to do, you have to add neutral FeCl3 solution. So dear student, let me show you. This is your FeCl3, and I have made it the solution of this, which is looking like this. See, this is your neutral FeCl3 solution. What we have to do? We have to add this into our salt solution, or you can say original solution. Okay, and what indication it should give? If it is acetate ion, it should give you the deep red coloration. Let me tell you, this is not the red coloration. So if you are getting the, this is colorless one. So if you are getting the deep red coloration, it means your acetate ion is confirmed. So let us check. Dear student, this is your deep red coloration. So this deep red coloration indicates the presence of acetate ion. I hope clear the test. One is your esterification test. If you don't, if you are not able to understand the smell over there, means if you are not getting any smell, then you can check with the neutral FeCl3 solution. If you are getting the deep red coloration, dear student, it confirms the presence of your acetate ion. Further, what you have to do, if you want to make it more confirmed, you have to heat it. This red color will turn to brown color. So this brown color, further heating the brown color indicates the presence of acetate ion. So our today's negative radical is acetate ion, dear student. I hope it is clear till here. Is there anyone facing any difficulty till here? Anyone facing any difficulty, then they can just let me know just now only, so that I can explain you right now on the spot very clearly that what is the things. Okay, It means that no one is facing any difficulty till here. We have checked the negative radical. One thing very important in this, what you smell is very important. Okay, so if you don't get from smelling, what you need to do, you have to check the further confirmatories and you can confirm that whether this particular radical is present or not. Now dear student, moving on the पॉजिटिव रेडिकल, पॉजिटिव रेडिकल के लिए हम क्या करते हैं, ग्रुप एनालिसिस करते हैं, राइट. एंड फॉर ग्रुप एनालिसिस वी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल स्टार्ट अवर सॉल्यूशन फ्रॉम जीरो ग्रुप. जीरो ग्रुप के लिए कौन सा डिटेक्शन होता है, अब तक आपको लर्न हो जाना चाहिए. जीरो ग्रुप के लिए फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी टेक ओरिजिनल सॉल्यूशन प्लस NaOH plus Nastler reagent. It gives you brown coloration, means ammonium ion is present. For first group, what do? We take the original solution plus we take the dilute HCl. We get the white precipitate. Zinc is present. Okay, Pb is present. Your Pb is present. Then, yes, what happened? Maybe the network issue would be there. Otherwise, it is clear from here. Okay, for first group, we are taking original solution plus dilute HCl. If we get the white precipitate, Pb may be present. If we don't get white precipitate, we have to pass the H2S gas. If we are passing the H2S gas and if we get any colored precipitates over there, then your second group may be present. Second group में कौन कौन से radicals होते हैं dear students? Pb, copper, arsenic. Copper is colored, arsenic we don't give, and Pb होता तो पहले group से ही मिल जाता. Okay. Further, for the third group, last time what we have done? We have taken original solution, then we have added ammonium chloride solid, and then ammonium hydroxide. When you take this particular materials, you are getting the precipitates, okay, and that precipitate indicates the presence of your third group. That is what we have done last time. Okay, today we have to step one step ahead. When you prepare original solution, ammonium chloride, ammonium hydroxide, and when you add your H2S, you are going to get the precipitate, and that shows that your radical is in group 4, that is your Zn. Okay, so today let me tell you, instead of H2S, what we are using? We are using sodium sulfide flux. You can use the solution also. So dear students, something very interesting. This particular material, if your zinc is present, it gives you the test on addition of dilute sulfuric acid and sodium sulfide flux. It gives the white precipitate for the presence of your zinc. So what we are going to do, we are going to use the shortcut method. Let us see that. Okay, what I have done, I have taken the salt solution. This is my original solution plus, this is my original solution, means salt plus water. Sorry. Okay, pay attention. Original solution plus your dilute HCl. Okay, this both are the colorless. It is not showing any precipitate. It is not showing any precipitate. Means your first group is not present there. Okay. Next, when we are going to add the sodium sulfide over here, if it is giving white precipitate, zinc is present. Dear student, this particular is showing that zinc, that is your group 4, is present. Let me tell you next what we have to do. We have to do the conformatory of your zinc. So please, dear students, just go throughout your lab manuals on page number 99. On page number 99. You are getting this white precipitates. What you have to do, you have to dissolve this in dilute HCl. We have to dissolve the precipitate. It means we don't have to take the whole solution, we have to take the precipitates. So we are going to filter this solution and we are going to use it for the conformatory of zinc. Let us do that. So dear students, what you have to do, you have to use your dilute sulfuric acid and you have to drop into the white precipitate and you have to dissolve it. I'm again repeating, please don't write your mobile, which company you are using. You have to write down your name. Divide the solution into two parts. Let us check the first one. To the first part, add NaOH. When you're going to use NaOH, dear student, you are going to get white precipitate, but if you will add more NaOH, the precipitate will be dissolved. So we are going to use our NaOH solution. Here is our NaOH solution. So dear student, it gives the white precipitates when you add NaOH. But let me check, I am going to drop it more just to check whether it is soluble or not. See to it, dear students, it is started dissolving. It started dissolving. It is going to make the solution clear. Okay, first precipitates were there. Now slowly and gradually it is starting dissolving the precipitates over here. Means it is conforming your Zn ion. Okay, so that is a conformatory of your Zn. What you have to do, आपको जो white precipitates मिल रहे हैं उसको आपको dilute HCl में dissolve करना है and you have to use NaOH solution. If it gives white precipitate, on addition of more NaOH, it will be dissolved. So this is your conformatory of Zn. One more conformatory we are going to do. Let us see. To the another part of your this white precipitate dissolve. Please mute. We have to use ammonium hydroxide solution. Dear student, you have to add it little bit more. Okay. So dear student, when you're going to add the ammonium hydroxide solution, your next step is we have to use your one solid material, that is your K4FeCN6. Okay, K4FeCN6, potassium ferrocyanate. So we are going to use K4FeCN6, and if you are getting the bluish white precipitate, those bluish white precipitate indicates the presence of zinc. So dear students, bluish white precipitates. I hope you are able to see the color. This bluish white precipitates indicates the presence of zinc. This is a confirmatory of your zinc. So dear student, our today's salt is zinc acetate, and which is very easy to detect because acetate ion, that is giving you the vinegar like smell, and your zinc is also confirmed. Okay, you are getting all the radicals of your zinc also, but in your lab manuals you have to write down everything very systematically. I hope you know all the steps how to write down your practicals. Do not write the dates. I will tell you the dates. That dates all of you have to write. Just 2 minutes, dear students. Yes, dear students, our today's salt is zinc acetate, and I hope all the steps are clear to you. Still, is there anyone facing any difficulty?